Hello there, my name is Mikey from Lost Treasure Designs, and this is the tutorial for our Herbcraft and Garden Magic Folio kit that you can find on our Etsy shop. Or you can also get this kit at losttreasuredesigns.com. There will be a link to the Etsy store there as well. I'm giving you a quick flip through so you can see of all the beautiful artwork that is included in this kit. It's all original, all inspired by gardening, herbs, witches, and of course magic. I'm going to go ahead and set this off to the side and go over the way I put this kit together. So I print everything on 90-pound cardstock, 163 grams cardstock. Pages 1 and 2, I go ahead and put one of our back designer pages on. You really only have to print a back on pages 1 and 2. The rest of them are optional, whether you want to include color on the backs of those or not. I really like to have like all the little tags and extra, all these little potion bottles. I like to have the extra color on the backs of those, but again, it's optional if you want to do that. There's also 4 different background pages that you can choose. So the ones that I have, like on the main folio, you don't necessarily have to have that one. You could print a different one. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these. I kind of like to work in an assembly line, so I will cut all my pages out first, all my little what do you call these, fussy cuts. And then I will go with scoring, and then you'll see I will ink. So I'm going to go ahead and sort out the pages that I need to score. Move these here, and then I will set the rest of these off to the side. We'll get back to those. So I try to make all the lines very visible on the scoring lines so that I know exactly where I need to score. The scoring board I'm using right now, it's Stampin' Up! Their trimmer. It comes with both the trimming blade and the score blade, and I like it because I've noticed that with my scoring board, with my knife, I sometimes, I don't know, I kind of hop the little grooves a lot and mess up my lines. You'll see each of these lines you will want to score so that we can make sure we have it folded correctly. So I was just saying the different boards and stuff because there's really no right or wrong way to create this kit. If you wanted, you could use a ruler and a pen. You can also, there's scoring tools you can get at the dollar store, so you don't have to spend a lot of money in order to create beautiful paper crafts. Move that off to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and take my bony knife here and just crease all my lines, give them that nice hard crease. All the white rectangles here, that's actually going to be the outside of our folio, and we have some panels that are going to cover that. The inside will be this back paper. This here is our middle big pocket. It's kind of like a hidden pocket. You'll see this rectangle side that's going to attach to the inside of the folio. The one that has been trimmed is what we're going to glue, and I will show you that in a little bit. So just want to get the lines. I'm going to go ahead and fold the rest of those off on the camera. Now I'm going to distress the edges. Just going to go around the edge just to kind of clean up the white so that you don't see that tiny little line of white on the paper. And of course, I'm not going to ink all of these on camera. I'll just show you the main ones that I ink, and then I'll do the rest off camera, and you can pause and catch up, or just watch how I put it together and then do your own thing. I like to go ahead and ink all edges, and then I will also inside this out, and I like to ink the other side just so I have nice lines that I know where to place things. It also makes it look a little bit more vintage, like it's well worn, and I like the look of that, like it's been around for a long time. So now we're going to start with the assembling of this. You'll notice that I darkened up that line just a little bit because I want it to be dark. So there's lots of different ways you can attach this. I like to use glue. I've tried using tape. I'm not a master of tape. There are lots of people that do the tape really well. I have to be able to move things around. So I love glue, and I think it works really well. If you have the thicker cardstock, it glues a little bit well. It does get a little messy. Like as you see, I just clean those up as I go. But I think it works really, really well. So go ahead and glue both pages 1 and 2 together, and those are going to be our front pages. I'm going to take, this is 18, was it 18? No, it is 28 inches of, I'll pull out a ruler here. I think it's a 28-inch piece of ribbon, and this is going to be our closure. We're going to glue this down to the first 2 panels, which is the one here on the right and the one on the left. We're going to double check here to make sure. Turn it the right way. Fold that. Okay, yeah. So this one. This is our front panel. And then the one next to it is going to be our back panel. So I just use, I'm going to go ahead and find the middle of this. You could be really exact if you want, or you can be not exact. So start with, like, fold it in half, start with the middle piece, and you're going to put that middle edge right against the middle edge of your folio so that you have enough tie space. You can be really exact with putting it in the middle, or you can just kind of eyeball it. I put a little piece of tape just to hold it for me, and I'm going to tape it both the front and tape it to the back side of the folio. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and grab our front panel. You can choose, it doesn't matter which of these you decide is the front or the back. I will do this one as the front, so I'm going to go ahead and add some glue. I'm going to go ahead and add some glue around the edge of this, and then I just sort of squiggle to give it some more glue in the center. And you'll see I'm going to use a flat edge to kind of press that glue out and take it to the edges. You kind of have to clean up a little bit. Sometimes it gets a little messy, but I think it really helps to distribute the glue. Of course, you can also use tape and tape around your edges, and you can also use a really strong adhesive glue stick. Just make sure it's like the nice craft version of the glue stick and not, your basic school grade. So I'm going to glue that down. Now I'm going to glue the back panel to our folio. I just want to add a little bit of glue to our ribbon here. Help to hold that in place. And then again, glue around the edges. And the swirl. I really like this tacky glue, and I like this specific always ready bottle, because you kind of set it up, sets the right way so that the glue is always there. I do need to refill it. Little hack that I use, I keep reusing the same bottles. I just get the larger squeeze bottles, and then I refill this one so that I don't have to keep buying more of those smaller bottles. It's actually cheaper to buy the bigger glue bottles and then just refill it. Go ahead and smooth this out, clean it up a little. There we go, there's your front. I'll show you how this is going to close. Those folds over, and then those will of course tie on the side like that. Okay, we can go ahead and open this up, and we can glue our back panel down. Go ahead and same process, add some glue around the edges. I never seem to glue something the same way twice. Then I'm going to go ahead and attach this. Make sure it's the right direction. Smooth it out. You can use your boning knife here, or you can use, I like to use old gift cards to help smooth things out as well. Okay, so we're going to add another pocket on the side here. It's going to be that long rectangular piece, and this one actually got printed on the back, even though you're not really going to see it. There were some tags that I wanted to have that background paper on, so that's why it's got that. Just, you're going to go around the edge of this, leave one side open, flip it over, and glue that closer to the other panel. I like to leave a little gap, about a quarter inch going, or not quarter inch, an eighth of an inch going around the whole edge to kind of give it a border. Smooth that out again, and then you got a little pocket to put stuff in on the side. Okay, so that is the outside. Now we're going to focus on the inside. Okay, I've got our side. Okay, these are our side pieces here. Make sure it's the right way. So I've got a little side pocket on each end, and we're going to do it, we're going to glue these down just like we did the other one. Glue just around the edges, leaving one side open. And then again, leaving a little bit of a gap to give it a border. Smooth it out. And we'll move to the other one. Really, you could put these kits together however you want. I guess the main thing you would want to make sure is that you just have the first 2 pages put together, and then you can lay it out however you wish. You could do your closure any way you want. The kit actually comes with different things that you could decorate with little brads to do a tie or something on the front. This was just one way that I came up with to close this with kind of a ribbon and a little trinket on the side. Okay, now I'm going to attach our inner pocket. Again, I told you before, there is this flap here that's got the curved edge. Make sure it's nice and flat. I'm going to run a line of glue, and then we're going to run a line of glue along the bottom. And we'll close it up. Smooth it out. Okay, and now we're going to clean it up here a little bit. Okay, now we're going to attach this, but I want to make sure that the fold is folding really well, so I'm going to fold it on both sides. Alright. Now when we attach it, make sure that we're attaching it white side down, but you don't want to attach it to the wrong fold, so make sure, not that fold, this fold, so that when you're folding your pocket in, that it folds with it and not, it'll get stuck if you don't fold it. So make sure that it's going on the inside of that fold. Run some glue along the edge. I don't use a whole lot of glue, as you can tell. I just use a strip, and it seems to hold perfectly fine. You just need to smooth it out, or you can use tape. It's up to you. I am an art teacher, so I tell kids all the time. I teach grade school art, and tell them there are really no right or wrong way to do something. You just kind of make it your own, and that's what I'm doing with this. Okay, so that is down. We have a nice flap with the pocket. You can stick stuff in. I like to stick longer things in there that like have a ribbon out the top so that it doesn't get lost down in the center. Okay, now we're going to move on to our layered pockets that go on the side here. I like to lay them out, make sure which way is going to look the best. Okay, when I lay this out, we're going to glue the top one first, so I have to make sure that the bottom one, when it glues down, is going to look covered both the top, but also keep the same width of border on the bottom. So just like the side pockets, we're going to just glue around the edges of these, leaving the top open. I'm going to place that back where I had it, press it down, smooth it out, clean up any glue that might have come off the edges. Get the bottom piece. Make sure that it looks on like that's one reason why we really like glue, is that I can line things up and move them around. Tape, I'm really horrible with tape, because once I put it down, it's down, and I can't move it. So I use the glue because I make lots of mistakes that I have to fix. Okay, so those pockets are done. Now we're going to use our flap over here and put in our other two pockets. These ones actually have the little glue borders around the edges so that you could put a little bit more in them. So we're going to go ahead and flip these over. I went ahead and glued that one down off camera so it doesn't have to be a super monotonous tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Smooth it out. Right. think we are done with the basic folio. Okay. So I'm going to set this off to the side, and we're going to work on the journal pages. So the journal pages I printed on 32-pound cover copy. I like just a little slightly thicker than normal copy paper. The cover I printed that on the 90-pound cardstock, 163 gram cover copy. I'm going to go ahead, I cut them out, I go ahead and fold them over. There are lots of ways to create your little junk journal thing. This is just the way that I found that I like the best. I just fold everything over so that I know, kind of line everything up. And then I'm going to grab some, make sure everything looks good here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and clip this. I've lined it up. You can kind of see that I've already made one mistake if you see those staple holes. You can measure this out to find where your center line is, and then you can be really monotonous and go from each edge. This is actually a long arm stapler that I got at a thrift shop. There are lots of different ways that you can you could do staples, you can do this. Sorry, that stapler was like messed up there. Let me check this here. These are actually copper staples, so sometimes they bend a little funny. Okay, I'm going to restaple that. You can sew your journal signatures in. There are lots of different ways you can attach the papers to the inner of your journal. This is just one way to do it. Over, and everything should now be nice, and the center being held. I like to use the copper staples because it kind of hides the staple in the artwork. Right, so now I've got these pockets. We're going to go ahead and add these two pockets to the front cover. Always make sure that you glue your sides down first and then your bottom flap, so that things don't get caught on that bottom flap as you're putting them in. I learned that a while ago. Trial and error, right? Let's smooth this out just like others. Glue this one down. Okay, that is nice and smooth. Now I'm going to go through and just crease down all the different pages. You can kind of see there's lots of areas to write. There are pages that have more art on them. You could like glue the different tags and stuff to those. Okay, finish folding all these over. We are just about done with this kit. can be put in the center of your book. Now, we've got all of our little stuff that we get to now decorate with. Oh, these bigger, there's a few bigger tags that I like to add ribbons to. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a ruler and my ribbon. I'm going to do these 5 inches each. Okay. Grab my hole punch. This is not my good hole punch, but it will do. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a little slip knot on these, fold them in half. I like to fold them in half again so I can get it through the little hole. Pull it through. And then pull those 2 ends through the loop. A little slip knot. And now you can put those in like the bigger pocket and it won't get lost down in the bottom. So now we get to fill in the rest of our folio with all of our extra fussy cuts, bookmarks, tags, and potion bottles. I think the potion bottles are probably my favorite part of this kit. I like seeing all the herbs and stuff in with the bottles. My mother-in-law loves to bottle different herbs and different things, and I just really like the look of it. Okay. Put some in here. Looks like I got a little glue down. Go. And we'll go ahead and close this folio up. And that is our Herbcraft and Garden Magic folio from Lost Treasure Designs. You can find more of our kits on losttreasuredesigns.com. Thank you and have a great crafting day.